Alright, so in this video I'll be finishing up all the cases with 4 edges slash corners on top and bottom. Alright, so for this one, it's right pawn, left pawn. You hold them both in front. All of them you can hold both the pawns in front. So from here to here, here to here, that's how it's traced. Even parity, you're going on the algs where the bad alg is even. So even, you're going to do the bar shift, and then you're going to do the regular alg. It's going to be one slice into fist. It should be pretty simple. Odd parity, that's what you do. So you don't do the flip, the bar slice. So you do the bar slice only for even. But the alg is pretty much the same. You just do one slice into fist. Mirrored, it's pretty much the same thing. It's traced the same way. You're gonna hold them like this. Odd parity is going to be one slice into fist like this. Even parity, you're gonna have to do one of the slices to change the parity state, and then you can just solve it. So the last ones are just left, right, and right, left, but essentially the same thing, to me at least. You're gonna start tracing from here to here, here to here, both of them in front again. All of them are like this. So for even parity, you're going to do the first slice. This is going to be the same for even and odd. You're going to do the first slice like this. For even parity, you're going to get these scallops separate and then solve it like this. Odd parity, you're going to same beginning, but do the shields version of the scallop. I mean, you could do the shields version of the 8th case. Mirrors are essentially the same thing. Doesn't matter which way you hold it. You can always align it. You get both of them on top. You can also get them both on bottom. It doesn't really matter. The concept's the same. So here's the mirror, I guess. Trace here to here, here to here. It doesn't really matter how it's done, but you just do the one slice into the 8th case. Even parity, you're gonna separate them into the scallops and solve it like that. Odd parity, you're going to separate it into shields and solve it like that. Alright, so next is when you have only fist. So fist. This is the first one, the good one. So one's left, one's right. And the way you do this is you would trace with both of them on the sides, something like this. It doesn't matter which way. You can be here or here, as long as they're both on the sides. Like the two things are on the sides. So I guess here to here, here to here, like here to here, here to here also wouldn't matter as long as they're on the sides. And even parity, this is going to be one of the worst ones. Even parity is going to be the bad one. Odd parity is going to be a 2-slicer, so the one you should be really familiar with. Even parity, you're going to do the similar thing to what you did with some other cases. So we're gonna get into pawn, do the slice, and then solve pawn. So that's that. Odd parity is the same exact thing. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, odd parity is going to be 2-slicer. Even parity is going to be the one you get in pawn, and you have to shift the bar. Alright, for the other ones, so we have these are all traced the same way. Again, as long as you have the 2s on the side, it's fine. So traced here to here, here to here. So that's for all of them. Here, 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 and you get it. For if they're both right fist, you're going to get some kind of count, so even or odd. You're gonna change it one time. So if it's even, change it to odd. If it's odd, change it to even, and then just do the 1-slicer. And whatever parity state you had before, do that for this case. So kite shield. So what that means is if you get even parity, we're gonna do the 1 slice into odd kite shield, which will be something like this. So if we get even parity, we do that, and then if we have odd parity, we're going to do the 1 slice into kite shield, and we're going to do the even way to solve this, which is to do it from this angle. And then lastly is left fist. So this one's going to be a bit different. Same concept though, trace the same way, but you're not going to change the count at the end. You're just going to leave it as it is and do whatever shield kite case it is. So for this one, let's say we got even parity, we would just do one slice into even AUG, which would be this, into the square and the shield. Odd parity, one slice, and the odd AUG is just gonna do it from here. So lastly are other cases that are mixed with fist and pawn. I'm gonna cover these easy ones first. So we have right fist, left pawn. You can recognize this. It's a bit more difficult, but if you do one slice, you can get all of them together, and that's how I recognize it. You can get a ton together with just one slice. And you have right fist on one of them and left pawn other. So if it's like this, you can like make a lot of them together. This is the better case. So trace from here to here, here to here, and it's held like in the same way that you'll get all of them together. So for even parity, we're gonna do the better AUG, and it's pretty simple. You can just go into shield, shield square, sorry, and then solve it like that. Odd parity, it's gonna be a bit worse, but it's fine. You get these two, and we have this pawn right here. I'm gonna make this into a pawn, so we got pawn. Mirrors are pretty simple. So even parity, we're getting it into the shield square. Odd parity, we're going to align this into the pawn from the back if it's odd parity. So get this in the back, and we just do the pawn. Here's the other easy ones. This is left pawn and left fist and the right pawn. And again, you can do one slice and make a ton of edges together. You're gonna hold it in a way similar to the other one with the two edges in the back, but you're gonna hold the bottom in a way that connects to make 5 edges. So here. So for even parity, it's the same thing. You're going to make it into the shield and square. Odd parity, going to from the back make pawns and just solve it like that. Mirrors, even parity. I guess another way you can do it is to get into barrel kite, but I prefer to get into shield square and solve like this. Odd parity, you can just get these together and make a pawn, and you can just solve it like this. Lastly are these few ones. These are a bit worse than the other ones. We have left fist and left pawn. It's traced really similarly. You're gonna have the 2 in the back, and you want it, instead of making the 5, you want to make the 3-3 because you can't make 5 really. So trace from here to here, in a way you can make the 5 and keep the 2 in the back. So for even parity, you're going to make the 3-3, and you're going to move the one with 2 edges, one with less edges. This has more edges, this one has less, so you can move the one with less edges, and then you can make pawn. For even parity. For odd parity, same beginning, but you're going to move the layer with more edges, so the one with 6, and then you can just solve it with this pawn. Mirrors are the same thing. Even parity, make the 3-3, but you're going to move the one with less edges and then solve it. Odd parity, you're going to move the one with more edges, so the bottom one, and that gives you pawn. Here's the last case for the set. It's going to be right fist, right pawn. So it's done the same way as before. You're gonna hold the 2 in the back, and you're gonna connect it. Hold the pawn in a way that connects to make the bigger block, and trace from here to here. So for even parity, you're going to do the slice, but you're gonna move the one of the last edges. Same concept as before, and then pawn pawn. So for odd parity, you're going to do the same beginning, but you're gonna move one of more edges, so this one, and then pawn pawn. So for mirrors, it's done the same way, even parity, slice, and then moved one of the last edges to make it into pawn pawn. And lastly for the odd parity one, one slice to make this, move to one with more edges into pawn pawn. So that's pretty much it for the 4 cases, and lastly is going to be the 2 cases.